How are we doing tonight? Welcome to Conductor Thursday. Well, it's not on Thursday, it's on Friday. I had to reschedule it, and I'm sorry about that, but I was part of a video with Orange Grove 55 and Mr. Webba talking all about D23 and talking about the Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World, and some of the concerns and issues going on. So I want to welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Welcome, everybody. Thank you again for understanding the schedule change for this week's Conductor Thursday live stream. I want to jump right into how appreciative I am to have such great friends on YouTube, content creators, to have such an amazing community that follows my channel, other people's channels. You guys are what makes us as content creators keep doing what we're doing. So you guys, a round of applause for all you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I was at Universal yesterday morning covering some updates and whatnot. Before we go any farther, that horror guy, great to see you. I hope I see you opening weekend of Halloween Horror Nights out here in Hollywood. But always great to have you tuning in to the live stream. Thank you. But I was at Universal yesterday morning. I was covering some updates. I was, filming a little bit, taking some pictures, and one picture of new track for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. I posted it on Twitter, and you guys wouldn't even believe how much my phone and my Apple Watch went off in the last yesterday and today. To this very day, this very minute, I am still getting notifications about that. I want to show you guys. I'm going to go to my profile here real quick, and I want to show you guys something. Okay, so this picture right here, this picture, I posted probably around 8:30. About 8:30, maybe even maybe around there. Anyway, this picture is a inversion piece that's gonna go under and over the first escalator going down to the lower lot. And because of your guys's awesome, amazing support that you've given me and that you've shown me, look at look at the status of this. 10 different comments, 38 reposts, 328 likes, and 32,000 views. Oh my God. You guys, I can't speculate right now how blessed I am that you guys did that for me. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I want to state something real quick, if I may. If you guys see me in the park, it's mainly going to be Universal for a little while. I'm slowly starting to get back into Disneyland. I'm waiting for the Magic Keys to go back on sale, and I probably will get a Magic Key because there will be updates with Downtown Disney, Tia's Bayou Adventure, now Critter Country becoming Bayou Country. All the things got announced for DCA from D23, so I will be covering all that. But if you guys see me at Universal, definitely say hello. I don't mind. I'm not one of those, hey, leave me alone type creators. I welcome you guys to say hello. You want to take a picture, you want to talk for a few minutes. Hey, I'm there for you guys. That's why I started this YouTube channel. That is why I cover a lot of Universal, because I personally, for me, I love Universal. I love covering content from Universal, and to me, Universal is my home. It really is my home, and I love it so very much. The other piece of track, it was the same picture, but it was from a different angle. Look at this: 10 reposts, 110 likes, and 4.4 thousand views. I could not do that without your guys' support, and you know, it's truly inspirational to me that you guys tune in and you guys check out my live stream every single week. It's absolutely incredible. I do want to say I was having, and I put it on the post here. I posted, I said, I am out having a wonderful morning so far at Universal Studios Hollywood. At Super Nintendo World, I earned these 3 stamps on Mario Kart that were incredibly difficult, and they are difficult. This is the Secret Block 2. There are 4 or 5 secret blocks on Mario Kart. This is the stamp you get after you find all the secret blocks. And then this one right here, trying to get coins. I'm just going to be honest with you. Trying to get coins on Mario Kart without hitting any character that's not Bowser related is more than incredibly difficult. I have to say it's it's absolutely insanely hard. And I've been playing video games since I was 5 years old, and I have to tell you, it was incredibly difficult. You know, one of the things I want to kind of get into, and actually it's back on my profile. I just got to scroll down a little bit. I'm not going to play the sound because I don't want a copyright strike. But before we get into that, these are some updates that I took pictures of in CityWalk as I was walking in. They had the first day of the Nintendo experience where they had all sorts of Nintendo games from the Switch, I'm sure the DS, and some other games, and you can win some cool prizes. They had 2 different booths, which was very cool. I didn't get to do it. I was kind of just in a rush to get inside the theme park and cover updates, but I'm sure it's a fun experience. This is the current status of the Hello Kitty Cafe. And currently, right now, as it sits, there is a Hello Kitty Cafe in, I want to say in Irvine. But Universal Studios Hollywood CityWalk is finally getting the Hello Kitty Cafe. It's very exciting. Hello Kitty is one of those properties, one of those characters that I think is going to do very well in this spot. And this spot, a lot of people have said it's cursed. I don't, and what I mean by cursed is places that have been there, they don't stay very long, and then they just like magically disappear and close. But I think Hello Kitty's here for the long run. So I'm super excited to go experience that. I heard something from a good friend that's going to be opening in 2 weeks. So that's right around the time that Horror Nights is going to start. Horror Nights starts on September the 5th. And I will be there opening weekend, the 5th. the 6th and the 7th. The 5th, I am doing the RIP experience at 5:20 p.m. So if you see me roaming around the parks, I'll be not on Friday or not on Thursday, but on Friday and Saturday, I'll be joined with my good friend Tommy Toon World. We'll be walking around doing the houses, doing some food coverage, also doing scare zones. So definitely, if you see us roaming around, definitely say hi. Definitely say hi. That horror guy said, I hope the cafe does well since it will be themed after a popular IP. I personally think it is. It's going to be a popular IP without a doubt. I have no doubts on that whatsoever. No doubts. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited. And when I was there, I didn't take a picture of it, but I can see that they had like a little space between the construction wall, and it was on this side. So I was walking in, and right on this side right here, I could see in there. This part right here is pretty much done. They have to add like a POS or something, but it's very simple. This right here, they're painting inside, but any day now they're going to be moving display shelves in there. They're going to be moving merch in there. So 2 weeks is not out of the realm for this to open up. So I'm more than excited. So that area that I was talking about is right here. That I saw the opening where I can kind of see in there. So definitely exciting. One of the things I want to play the video. Again, I'm not going to play the sound because I don't want to get hit with a copyright, but this is the new Helios Hotel that is debuting at Epic Universe in 2025 when it opens. So we're going to watch it right now. Let me pause it and just mute the sound. But we're going to watch it. Just how it looks, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. It looks absolutely incredible. And the reason why I'm showing this to you guys, I was eating at Bubba Gump Restaurant. After I did all the updates and whatnot, and checking out on the coaster, doing a little Super Nintendo World, riding Jurassic World, just checking on also the HHN construction. A good friend of the channel, Theme Park Wizard, shout out to him. He is the absolute GOAT of theme park permits. The guy is on top of it. I give him kudos for that because he's just absolutely amazing. Me and him have been talking back and forth for a while now. This type of hotel, maybe not like a carbon copy of it, but the size of this hotel is going to be 500 rooms. I believe the Helios, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but the Helios is going to be 500 rooms. You can see how extensive the dining, the bar location, just the overlook patio area, just the whole aesthetics of it, the pool area that you're watching on the screen right now. All that is supposed to be what's coming to Hollywood. And where they're going to put this is in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, which sits literally right in front of the security gates as it sits today. And just so you know, the security gates, they are going to be relocated to the parking structures. That Universal is going to implement, so they are going to copy Disney in that matter. I'm hoping with the moving a security to the parking structures, the security is a little bit better and more efficient, so us as theme park guests can get through security as fast as humanly possible. I believe that would be a great benefactor for Universal, because they're kind of stuck in the dark ages when it comes to security and even doing the thumbprint to get inside the gates. But I have to tell you, when they do that transition and they start building the hotel, they start moving security. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Universal possibly will be a cluster F. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It probably will be a cluster F because with construction walls, all sorts of things going on, it's going to be crazy. But what they're going to be doing as they're moving security to the parking structures, building the hotel in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, which, if many of you don't know, the Woody Woodpecker parking lot is for front gate parking, and it's also for tour buses and large vehicles that can't fit in the parking structures. But when it comes to that, to get a front gate parking spot, I think it's like $75. So you can possibly imagine why people aren't parking there. It's kind of ridiculous. It's $75 to park is crazy. And that goes for any theme park. I don't care who it is. But with this process, they're going to be enclosing CityWalk. So it'll make CityWalk a lot safer for everybody. There won't be any weapons, hopefully, introduced in the CityWalk. No contraband, nothing like that. It's going to be stopped right at security at the parking structure. So if you try to bring something in that security is like, no, you can't do that, at least you're right there where you can go right back to your vehicle, drop it off, and leave it in your vehicle. Instead of walking all through CityWalk and getting the security and then, oh, well, you can't bring that in. And you have one or two choices. Trek all the way back to your vehicle or have them throw it away for you. So that's just something to keep your eye on. One of the things I wanted to point out is this, this view here. This view is absolutely incredible. And our version of the hotel is going to also be 500 rooms. I'm guessing, again, don't quote me on this, we're going to have some type of view like this, overlooking the arch, overlooking part of the theme park. So we will be able to see a lot, hopefully. Also, this pool area, I don't know how extensive our pool area is going to be for the hotel, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty extensive, and it looks absolutely incredible. Also, the rooms are highly themed, some of the rooms. So it's very cool. This bar looks absolutely incredible. But that's some of the things that are going to be coming to the park early next year. So just be aware, be cautious. If you're going to Universal and there's chaos, that's why they're building the hotel. They're moving security. They're enclosing CityWalk. They're doing all sorts of major updates to the park for the Olympics, which is happening in 2028. And I noticed when I was driving to LA yesterday morning, a lot of the homeless encampments have been cleaned up. A lot of trash and whatnot has been cleaned up. So they are already in preparations, and we're still a little under 4 years away, and they're doing preparations now. So that's absolutely incredible to see, without a doubt. One thing I want to point out is the fact that going back to when I was saying that I was eating at Bubba Gump, I was eating on literally the outside patio, and I was watching because, they had workers working on the little fountain right across from Bubba Gump that the little kids like to play with in CityWalk. And then literally not even 20 feet from that, you have the security entrance for, Universal employees, right? Well, I found it very interesting, and get this, I didn't get a picture because I didn't respond quick enough. I saw Mark Woodbury. So get this, I saw Mark Woodbury and a city official, what looked like a city official. They were coming out of that security checkpoint, walking across the I'm going to say the Esplanade right there, and walking towards the Woody Woodpecker parking lot. And from what I understand from Theme Park Wizard, he let me know, and I think he posted in one of his videos or updates that they are in the final preparations of paperwork and permits for the hotel being constructed for Universal Studios Hollywood in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot. So I found that very interesting that Mark Woodbury was walking with what seemed like a city official to that area where the hotel is going to be constructed for Universal guests. And what I found also interesting, Access Hollywood was filming on location, right? Like literally when you go into security, literally right there, they had it all blocked off and they were filming for Access Hollywood. And I found that interesting. I put the two points together. I said, it's really interesting that Mark Woodbury is here in Hollywood walking with the city official. And again, don't hold me to that because I couldn't 100% guarantee it was a city official, but it looked like a city official. And the fact that they had Access Hollywood filming in the plaza area right in front of security, like right inside security. And then on top of that, this news drops about the Helios Hotel, the details, the pictures, the video clip we just saw of the Helios Hotel opening in 2025 with Epic Universe. I put all those dots together and I'm like, I wonder if we are going to get if we're going to get what you call it, if we're going to see active construction after HHN, which ends for us on November the 3rd. So it was very interesting to see that, without a doubt. The other thing I want to point out, so let's look at the Google Maps real quick. So this is the satellite view of Universal Hollywood. Okay. Currently right here, like I said earlier, this is security right here. These structures. Right where this palm tree is at is where they were setting up for Access Hollywood. So it made me, I can't confirm it, but I wouldn't have my doubts if they had Mark Woodbury interviewed. Anyone in the comments, post if you watched Access Hollywood, if you saw Mark Woodbury being interviewed. So this is security right here, right? Then you got this big circled area. And as I zoom out here, you got from here all the way down here, So if you look at this is a humongous footprint, right, for the hotel. This is where that Helios type hotel is going to go. And again, it's not going to be a carbon copy of the Helios, but it's going to have the same type of construction to a point. Theming is going to be completely different, and it is going to be a 500-room hotel. And I'm sure they're going to have a gift shop in there. I'm sure they're going to have one or two restaurants and a bar, without a doubt. But the point I'm trying to put across is, so Bubba Gump's literally right here. And as you look at it, right in this area right here is where the security for Universal employees is at. So Mark Woodbury walked from here all the way over here to this open area right here. And that leads to the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, which I found highly interesting. Now, with the reimagining that they're going to be doing with moving security, building the hotel, right here, which is an access point to get to the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, this is going to be closed off. I'm going to make that very clear. This is going to probably be fenced in. So the only way to get in the CityWalk, if I'm not mistaken, who knows? They might even have security right here, a security checkpoint. But don't hold me to that either. But from what I understand from a source that I was talking to a while back, this is going to be fenced in, and all of security is going to move to the parking structures. So all the access points you see, maybe not this. Again, don't hold me to that. It's all going to be enclosed. So the only way to get in the CityWalk, you have to park. You have to go through security at the parking structures. At that point, then you get in the CityWalk. So that's how they are going to do it. And I think it's a safe bet, just to keep people safe. That way people aren't bringing things they shouldn't be bringing in. And the fact that it would be more efficient for people that do bring something in. And it doesn't have to be a weapon. It could be a tripod. It could be a camera rig. It could be a mic. It could be all sorts of things. At least with security at the parking structures, if they tell the guest you can't bring that in, at least your car is close by. That way, you don't have to truck all the way from here, all the way through CityWalk to go back to your vehicle. So I think that is going to be more efficient. One thing I want to ask you guys in the chat and even on Twitter as well. Do you guys think, and I'm going to be honest with you, do you guys going to be more efficient? Do you guys think that Universal themselves, so Hollywood, do you guys, me personally, I want this, but I want to ask you, do you guys think that the fingerprint scanner to get into the park, especially when you are a annual pass holder, do you think the fingerprint scanners, do you think they're out of date and they need to be updated to facial recognition? What do you guys think? Put in the comments down below, and in Twitter, put in the comments. I'm very curious to see what you guys think about that. Me personally, I would love to have facial recognition. I would not be opposed to that whatsoever. I think Universal needs to get out of the dark ages, and I think they need to do that. And it would, how can I put it? It would make things a lot easier, and infrastructure is key, because one thing people, and this goes for all theme parks, not just Universal, but for all theme parks, one of the biggest things I can say without a doubt is infrastructure. If you don't have infrastructure at the parks, then things get chaotic. And what I mean by that, people are already frustrated. They're upset, whether they want to admit it or not, of the high prices that these theme parks charge, whether it's to get into the park, whether it's for parking, whether it's for merch, food, fast, for express, or as Disney calls it, Genie Plus. Things are expensive, and they've gotten even more expensive. And you honestly want to think that with, the prices increasing at these theme parks, you would think these theme parks want to be more efficient. And Disneyland is finally doing that. They are installing the facial recognition system at the Disneyland Resort. They started with DCA. They have one or two areas of the gates that have it. They haven't implemented it all the way through. They're still working out a lot of the kinks that they're having. But on the Disneyland side, they have construction walls in front of some of the areas in front of the entrance gates of Disneyland. And David from Fresh Baked, he pointed out that these could possibly be for, again, infrastructure, for conduit and stuff like that to, run the new systems that's what I think Universal should do. What do you guys think? Post in the comments. I really want to understand what you guys would like to see Universal do. Personally, for me, I think it would be an absolute greatest thing in the world if they did that, because Universal's in the dark ages. They need to get out of the dark ages. I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. But before we jump in, and again, Google Maps, they haven't updated this thing, so you still see the old special effects show building and animal actors. But I know I'm going to get some crap over this, and me and Wizard have talked about it dozens of times, whether it was on YouTube, Twitter, Discord. But with Hollywood, one of the things that Mark Woodbury pointed out when Nintendo was being built and even announced for Hollywood, he said, and he made it very clear, Nintendo is not done at Universal Studios Hollywood. And I've debated this with Wizard many, 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 many times, and many others as well. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. I have no problem with that. But supposedly in early concept art, as Nintendo was being built, stage 7 through 11, and possibly 12, but definitely soundstage 7 through 11 was going to be opted out for a Donkey Kong expansion. I know pretty much at this point it's probably not going to happen, but who knows? Because theme parks are very notorious for saying that they're not going to do something, and then, you know, when they're in the tight spot and they need to do something to gain, you know, revenue, gain people's interest, they take projects that they said, no, we're getting rid of that and bringing it back on the table. But Mark Woodbury said Universal Hollywood is not done with Nintendo. So it makes me want to believe that either a Donkey Kong, a Zelda, Pokemon, or something in that nature is going to come to Hollywood. And what capacity, I have no idea. When they're going to do it, I have no idea. I would really love them to start like now and tear down these sound stages and build something, so that way just that's another thing that Universal Hollywood will have before the Olympics. Because I talked about this on Orange Go 55's YouTube video from last night that is debuting today, and it started at 5:15 today. So definitely check out Orange Go 55. I was joined by him and Mr. Webber. We were talking about a little segment about the 2028 Olympics and what these theme parks can, you know, bring to the table in the form of entertainment. And I pointed out, I said, well, if the Disneyland Resort wants to win, and something that is going to be easy to build, I think, would be the Avengers E-ticket for sure. And the second attraction that no one was expecting we were going to get, and the Coco Dark Ride. Now, I want to just jump into this for just a quick second, is that the Coco Dark Ride, again, courtesy of Fresh Baked, he pointed out, he was on the big giant Ferris wheel in Paradise Pier, that you have the little arch stage area where they usually have a meet and greet right there, right? And you have Emotional Whirlwind right next to it. That archway behind that area, if you go on that Ferris wheel and you look behind that, it's backstage area, but there's enough room to build that Coco Dark Ride if it's going to be a dark ride, which I want to say it's going to be a Coco Dark Ride. And you know what? Instead of talking about it, let me show you guys. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me pull it up for you guys. Sorry, my mouse is going a little wonky here. Give me 1 second. There it is. Okay. Let's talk about it for just a second. So this is the area I'm talking about right here. So you got the Pixar Pal around swing Ferris wheel. I'm going to call it Ferris wheel because that's what it is. So that archway that I'm talking about is right here. Okay. And this right here is backstage. This personally, this whole area right here, these 3 buildings, not this, but these 3 buildings right here, I personally think, in my utter opinion, that this would be the perfect location for a Coco dark ride. Again, this is one of those spots where this is not guest facing. They could start construction on it. No one would be in the way, and they can, like Daddy Josh said, turbocharge projects. Because he also made a big statement, and I talked about it on OG's channel. I said he made a big statement. He said all the things announced at D23, not one of them was blue sky, not one of them was everything was greenlit, everything was shovels in the dirt, dirt was moving. All this stuff is going to be completed in 5 years. Personally, for me, Avatar, I think it's going to take all 5 years, if not a little longer, because you want to be absolutely careful how you build that land. And I have no problem with that land taking time to build because I want something incredible. But the Coco Dark Ride could fit in this area here. That's what I was talking about earlier. And then the other area that I'm talking about is the Avengers Campus Show Building. So this is the Avengers Campus Show Building right here. Okay. This whole area right here. This whole area right here. This is where they're going to build the Avengers e-ticket. And they said supposedly this is going to start construction in 2025. I'm really hoping that is the case. Really, really, really hoping. So hopefully Josh tomorrow, the Imagineers, and the Disneyland Resort, especially DCA, which has been the stepchild of all the theme parks, Disney related, for quite some time. And I'm glad it's getting these new additions. But back to what I was talking about with Universal, you know, like we're just talking with Disney, I think it would be absolutely... Oh, Wizard posted something. Let's take a look. He surprised us. So, Wizard, if you... Is it on your Twitter where I can pull that up, sir, so I can actually see that? Do you have a picture of it? Let me know if you have a picture on your Twitter. Okay, the Avengers e-ticket. Did you post on your profile, sir? Again, Theme Park Wizard on top of those permits. Theme Park IQ's Twitter. Okay, hold on. Okay. Thank you for that, Wizard. We're going to go over that real quick. Let me see. Okay. No. Is that it? No, that's not it. Oh, whoa. Oh, no, that's the Mirage. Never mind. I'm looking for it. Wizard. So just bear with me for just a second. Just trying to find it. Do you know how far down it was, Wizard? And do you know when he posted it? Oh, okay. I'll look at yours then. Let me do that. Let me go on your Twitter. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. This isn't it. Is it, Wizard? I think there's something else you posted. Yeah, there's something else. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay, so Theme Park IQ and Theme Park Wizard, thank you both, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Theme Park IQ said behind the scenes work is happening at Avengers Campus today. Disney filed for 3 new addresses for the land: attraction building, restroom building, and area development. Is anyone excited? We're getting a second restroom at Avengers Campus. That is kind of hilarious. That is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie about that. That is that's pretty hilarious. Okay. Oh no, that's something else. But that's interesting. So if I'm not mistaken, Wizard, and correct me if I'm wrong, sir, they filed the permits, but nothing has like active construction yet. They haven't actively started moving things, bringing construction vehicles on site yet. This is just a permit stage, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, not yet. Okay, so it's just a permit phase. Okay, good to know. One thing I wanted to touch about that, and I talked about it with OG55 and Mr. Webba. I did hear a rumor, and again, this is just a rumor. Wizard, I know you're watching. You can quote me on this if you've heard anything on your side. Again, Wizard has the inside scoop when it comes to permits and all that. But one thing I heard was that the Hyperion Theater was rumored to be demolished. Can anyone confirm that rumor? And I'm not like saying it's going to happen, but did anyone else hear that rumor that the Hyperion Theater is going to get demolished? Did anyone hear that? The reason why I bring that up is because I kind of feel that DCA it's a very unique Disney park, and I kind of feel a lot more adults go to DCA than Disneyland. Like, DCA is more equipped, I think, for the adults because of the serving of alcohol, some of the attractions, not all of them, but some of them. But with the Hyperion Theater gone, right? What if they built a e-ticket attraction roller coaster for Avengers Campus and base it off Spider-Man? Well, maybe not Spider-Man, but a different Avenger altogether. Would you guys be opposed to that? Post in the comments. I'm very curious what you guys think about that. And thank you, Wizard, for letting me know about that. Deeply appreciate it, sir. Again, everyone check out Theme Park Wizard's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube page. Guy is absolutely amazing. He's going to be there on Saturday at Universal Studios Hollywood to check up on updates from the coaster to HHN to any other updates, including the hotel project I was just talking about earlier. Wizard, I said a little bit earlier that I saw Mark Woodbury. I text you that as well. That I saw him walking with a potential city official heading towards the Woody Woodpecker parking lot. So it seems to me that the hotel project is in fast forward, and they are going to start construction very, very, very soon. One thing I wanted to go over is the HHN, just some pictures I took. I want to get into that. Let me do that real quick before I go any farther. This was some pickup shots that I had. They just added these props for HHN. This is going to be in the scare zone of the Murder of the Crows. It's going to have, I think, 2 or 3 different scare actors that's going to be like actual like giant crows on stilts, obviously a scare actor dressed as a crow. They're going to have the 2 crows that they've had in previous years, but they're introducing a new character, which is the mama crow. So it's going to be very interesting. Just again, these are just some updates. Very exciting stuff. They added the trellis up here with the flame towers, so we are online for the flame towers. I was told that some of the times during the day they are testing the flame towers. So if you happen to see that, that's very exciting. They have a mural that they put on the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction wall, HHN related, which I thought was very cool. This is Monstros looking very detail oriented. According to who was it? It was, I don't think it was Wizard. It was JP Land 21. He was there the other day and saw John Murdy standing outside this house, pointing out details and whatnot. So John Murdy has been walking around at the Universal lot. So definitely very cool. That horror guy, he said, I've heard that Dead Exposure will have a scene set in the Borax mine, which first originated in Death Valley. Also, for anyone trying to avoid spoilers, media tours are starting next Thursday. Yes. So I want to talk about that for just a brief second. Personally, for me, I'm not going to watch that. I know Mondo from Five Fires, he got invited to do that. I'm not going to watch any content like that. I'm going to wait till the night of Universal HHN opening up to walk through the houses myself. I personally, for me, I don't think I'm going to be watching even the team member preview, which I'm sure some of you watching this live stream have friends that are inviting you as a guest for the team member preview. I will not be watching any of those YouTube videos because I don't want to be spoiled. I wish I was invited to the media preview. I've been working on the channel. You guys have been a huge support, but I'm trying to get on that media list for Universal because I do want to be there for a lot of media events that Universal holds, including, with HHN. Then you got the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster. I'm sure they're going to have a media event for that. They're going to have a media event, for the hotel. So I'm trying to get on that list. I am trying to get on that list because that would just upscale the channel that much more. But again, thank you guys for the support. It really means the world to me that you guys are a big supportive community. You guys are amazing. But as I was walking through the Paris location, just taking a look at some of the HHN props that are displayed on French Street, and absolutely incredible, without a doubt. Oh, went too fast, I caught. But I cannot wait for HHN. I have to tell you guys, I am so excited for this year. I think personally my favorite is going to be, and my peak interest is going to be Dead Exposure. Only reason being, Hollywood is getting this house, this property for the very first time. Hollywood's never had this property. It is a Orlando-based property for their HHN, so I'm super excited for that, without a doubt. I do want to pull up also some pictures, so let me do that. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me put this on the screen here. Okay, here we go. These are just some of the pictures I took with my camera, just some updates. You can see here, you can see the HHN props in the background. You can see that the massive show building for the Hollywood Drift load station is taking shape, which is absolutely incredible. This is the famous photo that has gotten me tons of views, tons of likes, tons of reposts, tons of followers. I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I snapped this picture, I had 300, I'm not lying about this, 321 followers on Twitter. I now have 368 followers on Twitter. This picture alone blew up my Twitter, and I cannot give enough credit to all of you. You guys are absolutely incredible without a doubt. Thank you guys so very much for the love and support. You guys are amazing. But just taking a look at the construction, that is going to be a massive inversion. I cannot wait to go through that. More, these have been here for a little bit, for a couple days, if not a week. They're doing more drilling over here. You got down here these wooden boxes. These are more foundations that are going to be poured concrete. So that is going to be more foundations on top of what's going on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my thing to cooperate, and it's not cooperating. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, can you guys see me at all? Can you hear me? You guys see me, hear me, all that stuff? My we just lost power in my bedroom here, which is kind of weird. That, you know, I don't know why that happened. That is kind of odd. But comment down below if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. I'm doing this from my phone right now, so I just want to make sure everyone can hear me, see me, all this stuff. Well, with that, everything that we were talking about, my I don't know what happened. My computer just turned off and power turned off, so not too sure what the hell is going on here, but that was kind of odd. As soon as I started talking about something, it went hinky wire on me, and I'm not too sure why the hell it did that, which is very, very, very weird. But as we were talking about the Fast and Furious roller coaster, I want to ask you guys, and I can't share my screen anymore because I'm doing this via my phone. What I want to ask you is, do you guys think that the Fast and Furious roller coaster is going to open in 2025, late 2025 for early ride testing, the way that they're going? Or do you think they are going to do 2026? What do you guys think? Post in the comments. Post in the comments. The other thing I wanted to point out was who how can I put it? Who is, let me trying to think how I could do this, because normally I don't do this on my phone. But who out there is going to be there opening weekend for HHN? Who's going to be doing that this year? Post in the comments. And that horror guy, you said that you're going to be there for the media preview for HHN. Are you excited for that? Let me know. And then that's a wrap. 818. Having a feeling Universal has surprises on the horizon. Oh, absolutely. I don't, just because they're building a massive roller coaster, just because they're building a on-site hotel, they're not done yet. They're not done yet. If you look at if you look at what's going on, they're going to be building more lands. Universal Hollywood is not done by any means necessary. I do want to ask you guys, though. I do want to ask you, if you guys were going to carbon copy any land, I mean any land from Epic Universe, what land would that be? What land would that be? Post in the comments. That horror guy says, I'll be there Sunday. Okay. I'm not going to be there Sunday. I'm just going to be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you are there, definitely say hello. You also said, I meant same as in I wouldn't be looking at spoilers. Yeah, I'm not going to be looking for any spoilers whatsoever. The spoilers for me kind of ruin it, and I want kind of like a first impression type situation. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. So but yeah, definitely check out Theme Park Wizard. Look out for his Universal video probably tomorrow or even Sunday. he's going to be covering updates at Universal. Hopefully they add more track. And another YouTuber that just dropped a video was American, I think it's America Coaster Network. He was there yesterday as well, and he got a view from the Frankenstein parking structure that shows more supports. So those supports are probably going to be installed in the next couple of days. That horror guy said merch will be dropping on Monday. Hopefully we get some merch for the originals. You know what's so funny about that? I actually believe we will. I would really hope, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that we're getting merch this late. I kind of feel like I don't know if Universal took their time on making this merch because they want to make it a better quality, and they want to create more merch than they usually do. That's why it took them so long to do it. What do you guys think? But thank you for that update, that horror guy. I really appreciate it. But going back to the other comment we were talking about Universal Studio Hollywood's future. And what land would you carbon copy from Epic Universe? My personal land I would carbon copy if I had to, and if they were going to, would be Monsters Land. Or what would be it's not Monsters Land. I'm calling it Monsters Land, but it's Dark Universe. I would clone that. But again, cloning, Disney did that for a little while with Galaxy's Edge and all that, and it's kind of, now thinking back on it, it's kind of stupid they did that, because, you know, why would you clone something? I get why they would clone it. Maybe it was cheaper for Disney to do that. But I don't think lands should be cloned whatsoever. I think that they need to be two separate lands. They can have some of the same stuff, but not everything needs to be the same. Things need to be different. And actually, I do have a drop for that. Where's that drop at? And exactly what he just saying right there, that Disney is not like us here at Universal. Universal is its own separate monster. And I know people give a lot of crap to Hollywood because it's small and it's tiny. And you're right, it is small, it is tiny. But one thing you have to understand is other theme parks have tried this with the whole movie aspect. You know, starting with Disney with MGM Studios, it worked for a little bit and then it stopped working. You had Universal Florida with the Nickelodeon Studios. That worked for a little bit. They even had their own tram backlot tour that didn't last very long. But Hollywood, we have the tram, and we're an active movie lot where it's sharing a theme park and an active movie lot. So you have to give kudos to Universal Hollywood without a doubt. You have to, because it's definitely unique. Now, do I feel like they need to expand it? Yes, I agree with that. And some of the things that I'm talking about with that is like the sound stages behind Nintendo. Those sound stages have been there since the dawn of time, what it feels like, and they're old. They're not state of the art as some of the newer sound stages they build on the lot, and those are destined to be ripped out alongside with the Falls Lake area next to Jupiter's Claim. That right there, that's been a vacant area for a little while. It's become a parking lot for Universal vehicles. One thing I can say, though, again, courtesy of Theme Park Wizard, was that, how can I put it? If anybody goes to Universal and they go down to the lower lot, right, and you go into the Mummy queue line, right, on the outside, if you look alongside that retaining wall, right, you can see steel being built out. Supposedly right next to the Mummy in the back corner there, that is where they are rumored to have the new load and unload station for the studio tour, because it is going to be relocated in sometime in 2025. So where the studio tour currently sits at as we speak, that is going to be ripped out and used as what I would guess as theme park expansion. Now, there's a lot of debate on what that area can be. It could be a Universal Monsters, it could be a Pokemon, it could be, it could be all sorts of things. Me personally, I think they should build the Hogwarts Express or use that whole area as Diagon Alley. But personally, I think it would benefit to build the Hogwarts Express, the same ride that we have in Orlando, and have it, customized for Hollywood. Obviously, it's not going to be the exact same thing as Orlando's, but something very similar, where it drives down to the Falls Lake area, and that's where we're either going to see a Diagon Alley, which I have my doubts, because Diagon Alley has been at Orlando for 10 years now. So it would be kind of odd to have Diagon Alley now built for Hollywood when it originally was supposed to be built for Hollywood in the first place, and it didn't work out that way. But I could see us getting the new Harry Potter land based in Epic Universe. I could see that happening. Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, I know I'm giving a shout out to Theme Park Wizard. He absolutely would love to have that coaster come to Hollywood. I would love to have that coaster come to Hollywood. So the future is bright for Universal Hollywood. They are not stopping. They're not stopping with just the roller coaster of Fast and Furious and the hotel. They're not stopping there. I can promise you guys that. They have projects probably in development at this point, and I'm not meaning like shovels in the ground development. I'm talking about like planning development. So definitely an exciting time for the Universal community. Programming note, I want to bring this up again. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be at Universal Studios Hollywood. Also, I am going to be, depending on my situation, which is probably unlikely, I probably won't be back at Hollywood until HHN. So I won't be back there until September the 5th. And also next week on Conductor Thursday, assuming I can figure out whatever problem just happened with my computer, we're going to have a guest on the show. I don't know what guest it will be. I'm in talks with several other people. So we might have Orange Grove 55 back on the channel. We might have Theme Park Wizard on the channel. There's several content creators I've been talking to, possibly even Mondo from Five Fires. So definitely turn on your notifications. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Definitely follow me on my social medias. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram at ThemeParkConductor. You can find me on Twitter at ThemeConductor. And you can find my live stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. The only reason, again, that I'm doing this on a Friday was that I was on Orange Grove 55 channel last night, and it kind of conflicted with the live stream on my channel, so that's why I moved it. And to let you guys know, I will always post on Twitter, and I will try to post on the YouTube community that I moved the live stream, so that way you guys could be aware. Because I know a lot of you probably take time out from spending time with the family, or you guys watch it as a family, and it means the world to me that you guys do that. But I always like to let you guys know ahead that that is going on. So, but again, everyone, I want to thank everyone for joining tonight's live stream. Sorry about the power outage. I got to figure out what the hell happened. But everyone, stay cool out there. Be kind to one another. Again, I'm going to state this like I do in every single video. When us content creators post updates and post videos online, we ask as content creators that provide this information for you guys to keep your comments positive. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, so no one has a problem with that. But if you're going to come off negative and you're going to be trolling people, that's just it's negative, and we don't want that. We don't want that. We want everyone to enjoy watching their content creators, interacting with them in the chat, and asking questions, posting comments, and not feeling like they're going to be personally attacked. So just keep it civil. That's all I ask. Keep it civil. And I want to give a shout out to, again, Theme Park Wizard. Give a shout out to Theme Park IQ. Also give a shout out to Orange Go 55, one of a good friend of the channel. Him and George the Italiano, both moderators of the Theme Park Conductor channel. I want to thank them. Also, again, Theme Park Wizard, he is another moderator. And again, thank you guys. I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you. The credit goes to you guys. The credit doesn't go to me. It goes to you. You guys make this happen, not only for my channel at Theme Park Conductor, but everyone's channel. Everybody. Everyone that posts about theme parks. You guys as a theme park community are just absolutely amazing, and we could not be more grateful if we tried. So again, thank you guys. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you next week on Conductor Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.